and welcome back to my kitchen for a special Christmas edition of Dessert Devotion. I hope you will join me for all 4 weeks as we celebrate the hope, love, joy, and peace of the Advent season. Every week I will bring a new, inspiring Advent devotional and a great Christmas cookie recipe. This week we're making red velvet cookie bars. I'll start with 2 beaten eggs, a stick of melted butter, and a teaspoon of vanilla. To that, I'll simply add a box of red velvet cake mix. It's too easy. All you have to do is mix the ingredients together by hand. The result is closer to a brownie batter than a cake batter. I'm going to line a 9x13 pan with parchment paper and spray it with a little cooking spray. I've cut my parchment paper so that when I add my batter, I still have the edges of my parchment paper to lift the whole thing out when it's done in the oven. I'm going to bake my batter for 18 to 20 minutes on 350. And now for that cream cheese icing. We're going to use 8 ounces of softened cream cheese, 4 tablespoons of softened butter, and I've added a teaspoon of vanilla extract and 1/4 teaspoon of lemon extract. Now you will add 3 to 4 cups of powdered sugar. When our red velvet bars are fully cool, we can lift them out and then we can ice them with our cream cheese icing. You can also add sprinkles or pecans. Just use your imagination and make them nice and festive. They'll be easier to cut after we put them in the refrigerator for about 15 minutes or so to let that icing set. Now that our cookie bars are in the fridge, let's settle in for a time of devotion. First, I invite you this week to continue to reflect on the Gospel of Luke in the 3rd chapter. I want to focus in on verses 4 through 6. Which reads, "As it is written in the book of the words of the prophet Isaiah, the voice of one crying out in the wilderness, prepare the way of the Lord, make his paths straight. Every valley shall be filled, and every mountain and hill shall be made low, and the crooked shall be made straight, and the rough ways made smooth, and all flesh shall see the salvation of God." When we think about that passage, I really want us to hear prepare the way. As we think about this season of Advent, a lot of it is about preparation, preparing our hearts to receive Jesus again at Christmas. Where are those ways that we need to, rebuild ourselves spiritually in terms of our spiritual practices, maybe of prayer, of worship, of reading and devoting ourselves to our time in the Bible, just reading the scriptures. But also, this time of preparation isn't something that we have to do alone. In fact, it's better when we build together. So this week, I want you to reflect on ways that you can invite others to build the way for the Lord together. Who can you invite to join with you? These red velvet cookie bars make the perfect excuse to bring together those who are preparing the way for Christmas together. Be sure to share the love of Jesus with others as we prepare the way for the Lord. Thanks for joining me. Enjoy my Advent devotionals and more at Dessertdevotion.com.